Here from Informed Health. I think the video has only just begun. Just in case you missed it, my name's Fiona Kane. I'm from Informed Health, Mind, Body, Nutrition. I'm a nutritionist and holistic counsellor and mind body eating coach. So today I wanted to talk to you a little bit about, I often see people who, they're just really getting into the snacks at night. They're really doing a lot of snacking at night. And sometimes it's just a little bit, but sometimes it's quite a lot. And sometimes it's healthy snacks, but sometimes it's not so much getting stuck into the chocolates and the chips and those kinds of things. So I thought I would just do a quick video today talking about that. I'll see if I could do a quick video, hey? So I wanted to just talk about, look, there's quite a few things. This can happen for quite a few reasons, and this is something that I work on a lot with my individual clients, and we go over in quite a lot of detail in our Stress Less program. But for the purposes of this today, I just want to choose a couple of things to give you an example of the sort of things that could be affecting you and why you might be doing that sort of extras or excess snacking in the evening. So firstly, sometimes it's as simple as you just don't eat enough during the day, and sometimes that is the reason. People starve themselves all day and then wonder why they get really hungry at night. So one thing is to look at what's going on there, because sometimes, especially if we're trying to lose weight, we think that starving ourselves throughout the day is going to work really well, and then we get stuck into the snacks at night time. Essentially, your body's making up for one behavior with another behavior. So we focus a lot on the nighttime eating and think that's the problem. The problem is the behavior that leads to that, which is the not eating throughout the day, right? So one thing would just be to look at what you're doing throughout the day, because if you're not eating enough, in your body's wisdom, it kind of wants to fix things or correct things that are out of balance, and you need food to survive. So your body's going to ensure that you get that food. So if there's an imbalance there where you're not eating throughout the day, you really are going to be very hungry at night. So one is just looking at what you're eating, your eating behaviors, because starving yourself is definitely going to lead to you wanting to binge or get stuck into snacks or get stuck into food in the evenings. So the second thing, because there's three things. The first thing was just not eating enough throughout the day. The second thing is not having any joy in your life. Sometimes, and this is a real big one for clients, often people really they struggle with this one, and they have to really think about it. But sometimes we don't do anything that brings us joy or gives us a laugh or makes us feel happy throughout the day. And if life is just like rushing from one thing to the next thing to the next thing to the next thing and ticking off your checklist, it's not surprising that by the evening you sit down, you come and you think, oh, I really want to have some chocolate, or you want to have some enjoyment, right? You simply want some pleasure. So I would suggest to you to think about that in your life. And it doesn't mean that you can be, lady of leisure, person of leisure, and not work and those things. Of course, life is life. But it might just mean moments throughout the day to do something that's a bit fun. It could be an adult colouring in book. I play the Wordle game because I like word games. I play that on my phone and I have a bit of a laugh with that. It might be watching funny cat videos. It might be sitting at the park for 5 minutes and looking at the birds, whatever it is. But just choosing to do something in your life that brings you a bit of joy, that is fun, that makes you laugh, that helps you relax a bit for a few minutes. That can make a difference too, because if you're regularly doing little things that bring you joy and are kind of fun, then you don't kind of get this whole big deficit of not having any fun and then really, really wanting to get into the chocolate at night because it's the only thing that brings you any joy. So that's another thing, not having any joy or pleasure in your life, that you're going to go for something, and it's quite commonly food. So that's a second thing that can sort of cause that problem when you're eating a lot at night time. The third thing that I wanted to mention, and now I've forgotten, so I'm going to look at my list here. Okay. So okay, all right. This is a longer one, so I think I'll just do this quite short. But the third one is we do use food to regulate our emotions, to regulate ourselves. So to regulate our stress levels, to calm ourselves down, to soothe ourselves, right? And that's a whole topic in itself. I've done 1 hour videos on that, so I'm not going to cover all of that here. But that is the other reason we do it. So it's really important to learn how to regulate, how to have emotions and how to regulate our emotions, because we're often using food to do that. So that's sort of the third one. So really it's like not eating enough. The second one was not having any joy or pleasure in your life. And the third one was that's our way of regulating our emotions and regulating ourselves. And you know, if that is the way that you do that, that you need to have better strategies. Essentially, when we do have these behaviors, we often kind of think, oh, I've got no self-discipline, I've got no self-control, there's something really wrong with me, and we really obsess and think about the behavior itself. However, it's really important to understand that, you know, in our body's wisdom, our body knows, and we do have a wisdom, and often these behaviors are actually a signal or a sign for you to look at what's going on in your life. So the signal or sign isn't to look at the behavior, it's to look at the other things in your life that are causing the imbalance that drives you to this behavior. So just be really aware that you know, your body has this infinite wisdom, and sometimes it's actually sending you you know, it's sending you a message, and we perceive it as another thing that we failed at, or all of this like lack of self-control, when it's your body sort of just saying, hey, you know, something is out of whack here. So rather than punishing yourself about the behavior, start looking at what else is going on in your life that might be driving it. And if this is an issue for you, this is something we work on with our clients every day in one-to-one consultations, and it is something we go over quite a bit in our Stress Less program. I've put links to those above in the description, and I'll put some links below wherever you're seeing this. So yeah, just make sure that you're looking at what's going on in your life overall to give you an idea of what's causing this behavior. And if this is a behavior that you're having and it's something that you're struggling with and it is affecting your health and your life, then book in and see us or join our Stress Less program, and we can help you with that. So it's just your body giving you an important message, and it's good to learn to listen to that important message. If anyone has any questions, you're welcome to also pop them below, and I will answer them. I'll check later on for any questions. Okay, thank you. Talk to you later. Bye.